Billy Epperhart here. Thanks for tuning in the video. I just want to remind you, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com. I think it's /Billy Epperhart, or you can just search for it and it'll come up. So we encourage you to subscribe to that if you like these videos, and also share them with someone else. So today we're going to talk about real estate again, and we have a question. Of course, we get many questions in from the vlogs, and we appreciate that. So I want to encourage you, if you have a question, send it in. One of them we have here is how to properly set up an LLC. And so it's one of the first questions, because we encourage you and direct you that it's good to be able to set up an LLC, put your properties in LLCs. And so let's talk about that first. So an LLC is just a form of a corporation. So for example, corporations are registered or constituted in the individual states, but across all of in the United States here, and we know we have many people watching these videos globally, not just here in the U.S., other Western nations. But in the U.S., we have what's called a C Corp. We have what's called an S Corp. Now there's some variations there. And then we have what's called LLCs. That means limited liability company, is what LLC means, limited liability company. And the LLC is a great place to hold and also to run your real estate business in. The reason LLCs are important, and the reason the term is called limited liability company, is because what they do is they, number one, protect you from liability. So if something were to happen in one of your properties and you were to be sued, then what is called a charging order could be issued against you. Let's say you didn't have an LLC, then a lien or something could be issued against you where you would owe money to that person. But if you keep the limited assets in an LLC, that means only 1 to 3 properties. Then for some reason, if you were to lose, you were sued and you were to lose the lawsuit, then only the assets that are inside of that LLC would be the ones that could be gotten to. In other words, reached through what's called a charging order. So basically, that's the reason you divide your properties out. Because if you get real interested in building a large portfolio of properties and building a lot of wealth through real estate, then that wealth, you have what's called a net worth, and people could sue you and access that net worth. And one reason why you use LLCs is that you don't want to own anything. You don't want to own your personal house. You don't want to own individual properties. You want your corporations to own it. And I call it not being collectible. So if you don't own anything, you can't be collected on personally. Now, your corporations, there can be a charging order that comes against the corporation, but then you're only exposed primarily to what is in that corporation. So one of the things we teach people is to have what we call a master LLC. And the master LLC would be where you run the majority of your business. And then since we're talking about real estate, it's good to have what we call single member LLCs. That means your master LLC is the single member of the LLCs down here, and then you put your individual properties, 1 to 3 properties in each single member LLC. So the way to properly set one up is you can literally go on to something like LegalZoom.com and download literally the articles and bylaws for a single member LLC. You can also do it for what we call a master LLC. Now, the master LLC that I use, my wife and I have used, is the 2-member LLC, where she and I own that together, and then we file that on our taxes. That LLC is filed as a partnership. You can also file an LLC as a corporation. You can elect to have it taxed as an S Corp, or you can elect to have it taxed as a as a partnership. So basically, the idea is that your master owns everything that you own, so to speak, through the single members, and then you take each property and put it into a single member LLC. You can go to your accountant. Number one, your accountant can set up an LLC for you. Your attorney can set up an LLC for you, or you can fairly easily do it yourself by just simply downloading the articles and bylaws that you need to function, and then file that with whatever state you're going to be doing business in. And so remember, LLC means limited liability company. And so that's in real simple, straight terms how you do it. And so this is Billy Epphart. Thanks for watching this video. We'll see you right back here on another one. Bye-bye.